Always wanted to do that.
Jonathan, welcome back to Watford. How does it feel to return?
Yeah, it feels amazing, honestly. It was very nostalgic coming back, making the drive. I'm still finding somewhere to live right now, so somewhere to rent. So I've been staying with my parents, which is obviously how it started, and then the same drive in. And yeah, just seeing some familiar faces around the training ground, and obviously some things have changed, but a lot of it's still the same, and yeah, it does feel like home.
Was there always a part of you that wanted to come back to Watford?
Yeah, I always thought about it, to be honest, in the back of my mind. All my friends are Watford fans, so I used to come in the off-season, obviously with MLS off-seasons being different, I used to come back kind of during Christmas time, and I was able to watch a couple of games each time I came back, and I go with my friends to the games. But yeah, it was always something I had thought about, but you never know if you're going to get the opportunity to do it, and yeah, I'm just very excited that I have that opportunity now.
And what are your memories of your first spell with the club?
Many memories. Obviously, the season that sticks out probably a lot for a lot of fans. But for me as a player was the Zola season when we went we had an amazing run of form and had a great season, and then obviously it just didn't quite happen for us in the playoffs. And then 2 years after that, obviously getting promoted, slightly different group, but yeah, I think those 2 seasons always stuck out as being really special. And whenever I think of my time at Watford, obviously, so the early days, I guess, with Malky Mackay and Sean Dyche were things I always think about still, but the 2 seasons that stand out were definitely those 2 I mentioned.
And then after West Brom, you just took the decision to move stateside. What influenced that decision?
Well, I wasn't getting as much game time as I wanted at West Brom. I had Sam Johnson ahead of me, and he was doing really well. And I have an American passport because my mum is half American, so I always wondered kind of what opportunities there might be out there for me. So once we explored that, we realised there were opportunities to go and play, and I think the opportunity to go and play regular football at a big club, obviously it's a big club, big brand, LA Galaxy. I think that was difficult to turn down. So made the decision to obviously completely move to the other side of the world. A little bit of a risk, but honestly I loved it. Yeah, I loved every minute of it, and obviously played three full seasons there and got a lot of experience, a lot of games.
And can you just tell me a bit about your experience being a first choice keeper in the MLS, coming up against some big names?
Yeah, it is interesting because there are with a DP system, there's like 3 kind of superstars per team. You're playing against sometimes really world-class players, and but yeah, in terms of being a number 1 within the club, you do have to carry that number 1 of a big brand, a big club, and there is a lot of expectation. It's basically the biggest club in that league, so they're always expected to win and do well. And if you don't, then there's obviously a lot said and done about it. But I really enjoyed it and definitely grew up obviously living on the other side of the world and sort of navigating many different things off the pitch was really interesting, and yeah, I come back obviously a different person for the experience.
And you've come here and Tom Cleverley is now head coach, and he was someone that was at the club when you were a young goalkeeper, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I was 16 I think when I first was on the bench under Malky, and he was kind of like the superstar of the team. I think he was on loan at the time from Man United. I could be wrong, but I think that was the case. And he had a brilliant season. I remember he was kind of our main player. And yeah, obviously it's come all the way round, and now all of a sudden, yeah, he's the manager, and everyone has such a good feeling with him as the manager. To be honest, everyone wants to do really, really well, and that doesn't surprise me when you speak to him. I think everyone wants the club to do well for him.
And you're a local lad, born in Hewell, I believe. Obviously, you've mentioned your mum and dad live locally. All your friends are Watford fans. So, what was their reaction when you've let them know you're coming back?
They couldn't believe it. Yeah, they were very, very happy. I mean, my family especially really, really wanted me to have this opportunity of coming back. I have a young son now, and they were very keen to spend more time with him as well, because obviously I'm going to be a lot more local for this year. So they're excited for that, and just to see me back in an environment where they know this is where I'm from, really. I started here when I was literally on these fields when I was like pitches, when I was like 10, 11, 12, all the way through. And yeah, there's so many memories, so many different stages of childhood life, every weekend coming here basically I was so nervous, like under 10s coming here to play my first game. And I've seen all the different, the different stages and phases of the way this club has gone through, and I just have a connection to the place. I really love it, and it felt very special coming back, and yeah, just walking around I felt very comfortable, and I'm very happy now to be here.
And just a final one, are you going to raise your son as a Watford fan?
Yes, I think it will have to be. Already got him a kit and everything like that, so yeah, we'll see. Obviously he'll have to make his own decision at the end of the day, but I will be pushing him that way for sure.
Brilliant. Well, welcome back, Jonathan.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.